Hello, this is Tammy Gunderson. I am with the YMCA of Dane County, and we're here to do a balance and flow. The purpose of this class is just to connect with our breath, to move in a nice, smooth, relaxed manner, and there is no right or wrong way. You're going to do what feels right for you today, and we are just going to take 45 minutes here just to enjoy being. So we're going to start in mountain pose from here. So bringing the hands together. We're going to ground the feet into the floor, spread the toes out nice and wide, lift those kneecaps up, draw the belly in, roll the shoulders back, making ourselves as tall as we can be. We're going to bring these hands around together, palms together, right into the heart. We're going to take just a couple of nice big breaths, filling both the throat, the chest, and the belly. And we're going to exhale out. We're going to make a nice, smooth, even breath from here. So if we take 5 counts in, let's take 5 counts out. Just kind of check in. Notice any tight spots you may have, any tension in your body. We're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to begin to move. Let's go ahead and bring the hands all the way up toward the ceiling, reaching up out of the ribcage as high as we can go. Exhale and let that relax down. Let the arms lower down just like they're floating on top of the breath. Let's take a gentle breath from here. We're going to bring the arms parallel to the floor. We're going to reach around and we're just going to hug, like we're hugging a tree. We're going to exhale as we sink into those legs just a little bit from here. Just a nice softening. Take those hands out to the side, reach all the way back up. We're going to bring these all the way overhead, and then as we exhale, we're going to bring these back down into prayer. Full exhale as we come together. We're going to do a couple more of those. We're going to inhale, reaching high. Exhale and let those hands float. Gentle breath brings this parallel to the floor, and let's come around and let's hug that tree. We're going to exhale down gently, just let the hands sink, let the body sink with that. Easy breath up. Exhale down into prayer. Big breath reaching up from here. And exhale down, let the hands float. Back to center, lifting back up. Parallel to the floor, bring that around, let's hug that tree. We're going to exhale down from here, sinking. Now from here, we're just going to bring those hands up, nice big reach up overhead. Squeeze the glutes. As we exhale, we're going to shift those hips back, let the arms sweep. Big breath comes up, tiny little back bend here. Exhale as we sink. Nice big inhale up. Let's go just 2 more like this. Really opening up the front side of the body. Exhaling back, shift those hips back nice and stable. And again, big reach up. Exhaling down from here. Now, as we come back up this time, we're going to go ahead and bring those hands back into prayer. We're going to sink. Coming down into just an easy squat from here. We're going to alternate, lifting one heel up. So I'm just lifting the heel on my left leg. I'm going to sit that heel back down. I'm staying in that squat. So I'm trying to keep the chest right where it's at. And again, let's just alternate. We're going to lift the heel, kind of like we're walking. Bring the other heel back up. You want to stay down nice and low, so we don't want to rise in between each one. We're just kind of hanging out. And then just for the challenge, if you wish, we're going to lift both heels at the same time. So we're not going to be really big off the floor. Use those toes, grip the floor, just sink that back down low, reach up nice and tall. Now this time as we exhale back, we're going to sink the hips back, and when we come back up, we're going to come up on the toes. Exhale and sink. Big breath in. And we can rise. Maybe walk a little if we need to. We're going to do just one more of those. Big breath up. Exhale and sink that down. And we're going to come back into prayer. Just all the way up. Let those hands come back down. We're going to go ahead and open out, taking the feet apart from here. We're just going to shift side to side. Let these arms just sweep. Just like we're pushing away a nice big wave. And just let the body, again, flow with that. Bring it back down. Again, now we're just going to sink. Easy. And easy. Side to side. This is very small for right now. We'll make it big a little later. Shift to the side. Lift the toe up on the heel up, I should say. Coming onto the toe as we shift side to side. We're going to go just two more. And then from here, we're going to sink down, let the body just sweep around. So as we start off, we let those arms swing. As we get a little more comfortable with that, we'll make that a little bigger. Turning out into that, lifting the toe up as we turn to the side. Just let those hands go ahead and come all the way around. Let's go just a couple more here. And then we're going to come back into center, and we're just going to sweep these hands around. So super simple from here, just little easy figure eights. Then we're going to bring this back. We're going to bring these hands together into the center. We're going to sink into those legs just a little bit. You can clasp the hands if you like. We're going to bring this up and open up the shoulders. So we're coming around the head. We're going to circle around the head. Just a gentle halo here. I always, again, like to think of carrying a sword here, right? So we're going to sweep that back around before we really go down here. One more time from here. And then let's reverse and change sides. Wearing a hair clip is not exactly conducive to this either. Let's do two more here. Just really opening up those shoulders. Then we're going to sink this down. So we're going to alternate. We're going to swing three, just sweep around. And then we're going to bring those hands back in, and we're going to circle back and around. We'll sweep and sweep and sweep and circle. Yeah. Now, if you need a wider stance, by all means, take a little bit wider stance. One more time from here. Coming right in. Sweep up. And around and sweep the hands up. And let's let this come back down. We're just going to bring the arms down to the sides, or you can cross them over in the back. So if you wish, you can just take one over the other. Standing nice and strong. From here, we're going to tilt the chin down toward the chest. So again, lead with the chin. We'll drop that down. And then we're going to lead the chin towards the ceiling. Exhaling back and down again. And then lifting towards the sky. As we come back from there, again, relaxing the shoulders, we're going to turn and look over the shoulder. We're checking our rear view mirror. We're going to go ahead and come the other direction, same thing. So again, just a gentle relax, moving with the breath. Exhale as we turn. Nice big inhale as we come back into center. Relax. Exhale again as we turn the other way. And then we come back to center again. This time we're going to tilt the head to the side. And if you wish, you can take one hand and you can just very gently apply very, very gentle pressure here. Keeping this shoulder down so that we get a really beautiful stretch all the way up through the side. You can tilt that chin down. And you can look up. You'll notice just a little deeper stretch when you do that. You may feel that all the way through your shoulder. And let's go ahead and let that come back into center. We're going to come to the other side, same thing. Bringing that head down, keeping the shoulder lower down. And if you wish, You can bring the hand and just apply just very light pressure. It's nothing big here. We can tilt the head down and look up and down and look up. Then I'm going to bring that back into center from here. This time we're going to take it for just a dip half circle. So we'll drop the chin toward the chest, and we're just going to take it shoulder to shoulder. Leading again with that chin. But this time we can go all the way around. Pulling up and through. We're not looking to just drop the head back. Again, we lead with that chin, pulling up and around. Let's go one more time that same direction. And then we're going to reverse direction. Let's come back the other way. Big pull up. And a big reach. Let's go one more time. And back to the center here. We're going to go ahead and let the arms come back out from here. And again, we're going to take a little bit wider stance as we move into this. We're going to start very small, then we're going to build with that. We're going to draw one arm through, and we're going to pull this back into us and bring the other one back up as well. Now, as we get a little bigger with this, we'll bring it all the way back around head and back and through. You can also take a little wider stance. Let the shoulders kind of rotate and move with that. You can look towards the ceiling, or of course you can always look straight ahead. Pulling that all the way back through there. Let's go one more time on each side. Reach this down, nice easy center here. Let these hands come back down. Now we're going to come around to one side. We're again going to go sideways, but this time we're going to pull side to side. One arm comes across the front, the other arm reaches to the back. A nice, strong position from here. And again, if that bothers your balance, slow it down, take your time with it, stop at each point, make it nice and steady, and you can keep your eyes to the front, right? So you don't have to necessarily turn the eyes side to side. Let's go one more time here. And then we're coming back to center again, and let's sink this down. Gentle breath comes back up from here. And let those hands come back down. So from here, we're just going to shift side to side, shoulder rolls from here. Again, a nice big exaggerated roll. We're staying nice and firm through the center here, so we don't want to let the belly hang out. We're going to continue to draw in and up. And then we're going to come back into the middle right here. We're just going to sink and lift. Lifting out, coming down nice and easy, and we reach. Nice big reach here. And then we're going to hold down on the bottom from here, and we're going to go side to side. Just an easy kind of half circle, which you can take those hands along for the ride if you choose. You can make them a little bigger, like we did earlier. Just a gentle, gentle reach. Now, if you wish, you can lift up onto one heel. So as you come side to side, working into that ankle just a little bit. We're going to loosen those up in just a second. Let's go 4 and 3 or 2 and our last one. Now, while we're here, we're going to go ahead and bring this back up. We can walk those feet in just a little bit. We're going to circle those hips around. So nice big circles from here, kind of pushing out onto the outside edge of the feet. We're still gripping the floor with our toes. And then we're going to come the other direction. Same thing, still zipped up through the center. Nice and easy. And then we're going to sink into those legs just a little bit. And from here, we're just going to shift. We're going to pull that hip towards the shoulder, and we're going to pull the other hip towards the shoulder. And we're not pushing out of the legs. The legs are relaxed. We're squeezing and pulling that hip up by using the obliques, right? Nice and gentle from there. And then we're going to tuck under, so we're going to round out and hollow out through the center. Then we're going to open up by drawing the tailbone back and lifting the chin to the ceiling. So again, let's round that out and let's open that back up. So this is like our cat and cow. So if you look at it from the side, we're tucking under and we're pushing back the tail. So an easy squeeze and an open back up. And then we're gonna, again, staying down in this low position so the legs stay soft where they're at. We're gonna circle around. So think of using your tailbone to just draw a circle on the floor. Should open up that low back a bit. Let's reverse, go back the other direction. Nice and easy from there. And our last one from here. We're going to bring this back up again and exhale, let this come back down as we bring the feet back in together. So we're going to work just a little bit of the balance here. So we, again, want to zip up through the center, nice strong shoulders, beautiful posture. We're going to lift one foot up, so we can lift the heel up or you can bring the foot up off the floor. Doesn't matter which way you go with it. If we're going to stay here, we want to try and keep the knee right where it's at so that we're not bobbing up and down so much. We're going to try and hold in place wherever you happen to be. We're going to rotate both the ankle and the wrist. Then we're going to begin to stir. So just like our foot's inside of a pot there, we're rolling the ankle as well. We're going to reverse that direction, stir it the other way. Good, good. Then we're going to hold here. We're going to drop that heel down. Nice big inhale, hold that up. Exhale and let that drop down again. Coming back and up from here. Exhale and release that. And again, drawing out. Let's go one more time. So that foot is flexed. We're going to bring this up. This time we're going to touch it back. So we're going to touch that toe to the back. Now you can again slide this foot. So if you're not comfortable bringing it off the ground, you can always slide it in and slide it out. And in and out. Now we're going to put the two together. We're going to come up, flex that foot, touch that heel down. Nice inhale, draws it up. Exhale as we tuck back. Big inhale. Touching down. So again, we're strong through the core. We are lifted so that we're not looking down towards the ground. Eyes are forward. And we're breathing, right? Let's go one more because I was running my big mouth. Going from here. And exhale. Then we're going to bring that back into the center from here. So we're going to start off with just a side leg lift from here. And as we come into that, we're going to have just a soft knee on this side. So let's start with the slide first. Excuse me. We're going to take that toe out and we're going to slide that back in. So again, I'm standing nice and tall with slight hinge in the hip, but I'm sunk into this leg. So coming down from here, we're going to slide that out and drawing that back in. Now, if you are feeling pretty good with that, we're going to lift and lower and lift and lower. Now, you can stand up out of that a little bit more if you prefer to work into a little bit taller posture as you come into that. And that's okay too. Let's go two more here. Perfect. And let's relax that back and down. So again, we're just going to come back into center here. We're going to bend the knee of the leg that we had extended, and we're going to shift back so that we can get a nice stretch on the outside here. Now, if that hip is tight, sometimes it gets tight pretty fast, we can go ahead and just give it a little pat. Kind of loosen that up just a little. But we've got a nice long back. And then we're going to come back up, shrug those shoulders, and let's take a big breath up. Reach here. And just let everything float back down. Good. So we're going to start with the other side from here. We're going to draw this leg back up. And we're going to begin rolling the ankle and the wrists around. Then we'll take that little stir to go along with it. Again, this can always, your foot can always stay on the floor. We're going to reverse and go back the other direction. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to lower that heel down. Nice, easy breath. We'll draw that back up. And we exhale down. Again, just like somebody's got a string and they're pulling that back and that leg comes back up. And then they release and let that back down. That's kind of what we're wanting to feel like. So we tighten up through the torso, through the tummy, I should say, not the torso so much. Drawing this back in again. And release it down. Let's go one more time up here. And then we're going to draw this and touch the toe to the back. So we draw up and touch the toe back. Now again, this can be as simple as just an exhale slide, right? Inhale, drawing in. But if you're okay with it, we're going to touch that back and draw back to center. And we're trying not to seesaw. So we want to stay tall as we move through this. One more time from here. Then we're going to draw this up. We're going to drop that heel down towards the floor. Nice big inhale as we touch back. Draw in. Exhale here. Big breath here. And touching back. So just continue. Take that at your own pace. It does not need to be on mine. Let's go just 2 more here. And one more time here. Good. And then we're going to slide that foot right back in where we started, and we're going to sink just a little bit because we're going to touch out to the side. So we're going to begin here with just the slide, right? So touching out and drawing back in. Slide it out and slide it back. Good. So again, we've got that seat belt on right into the center here. We're sunk into that leg just a little bit. Now, if you choose, you can lift that leg, right? Lifting out, and you can stay low or you can come back up. Nice inhale. Exhale. Try to connect that with the breath without hyperventilating. And as we do that, ideally, we'd like to turn the heel out a little bit so the toe comes back in. You'll feel that bone in your hip turn. And we're going to work the outside of the glute a little more. One more time here. And let's go ahead and bring that down. Then the leg that we head up, we're going to bend that knee. We're going to shift. Shoot the hips back. And again, a nice long back. All the way from the top of the head out through the tailbone. Just one nice big line. And then we're going to come back into the center from here again. Nice big reach up. And let's exhale down. Very nice. I'm going to step back onto the mat so I get a little bit better traction from here. We're going to step the feet out just a bit from here, and we're going to sink down low. Not low, but just soften. So we take the breath in from here. Bring those hands back around to center. And we're just going to exhale and sink and go. Let's inhale the hands straight back up. Nice, easy breath from here. Exhale again as we release down. And a beautiful breath up. Let's go one more time. Easy breath up here. Exhale and sink from there. Good. We're going to bring the hands to the side. All the way back out from here. As we bring these in, we're going to bring one hand on top and one underneath. And again, we just sink down just a tiny bit. Inhale as we open those hands back up. We are embracing the moon is what we're doing here. Exhale as we put one hand on top and one underneath. Open big. Exhaling, coming underneath. Relax. Now from here, we're going to hold this, and then we're just going to begin taking the arms in a circular fashion, one over the other, and we can just actually keep our gaze right on those hands. And then we're going to stop the right hand on the top. We're going to press the arms apart, so separating the heaven and the earth. So these are really long, trying to create as much space from one to the other as we can. And then we're going to relax. We're going to take that top arm back around onto the low back, and the other hand is going to come back up around towards the back of the head. So we keep that shoulder separated back. We're going to rotate to the side. We're going to bring that back to the other side. Coming forward, keeping your balance as we do that, right? So make sure that we've got enough rotation through there, but not too much. Again, if it bothers you for balance, or if it makes you kind of dizzy, slow it down, and you can keep your gaze steady, right? So you can still rotate through here, keeping the eyes to the front and spotting, or just get from one spot to the other quickly, right? So I look directly to my right, and then directly to my left. Bring that back into center here. Release these hands down. Go ahead and draw these back up. And exhale down. Gentle breath as we bring this back in. We're once again going to bring this around. We're going to embrace the moon. So one hand comes down, just nice and easy as we sink into this. Open that back up. Big breath in. Exhale as we come back. Drive that back and down. Gentle breath up from here. Exhale as we release. And one more time, opening up. Sinking through here. And then we're going to begin to wave those hands, right? That nice circular fashion here. It's a version of the waving hands like clouds. And just let the breath flow with that. We're going to stop with the left hand on the top. We're going to reverse. We're going to reach those hands apart. Palm up, palm down, creating as much space as we can, separating the heaven and the earth. As we exhale on here, we're going to let the top arm come back around to the low back. We're going to reverse the lower arm and bring that back around towards the back of the head, just very lightly touching back behind your ears. If you're okay with that, squeeze that shoulder back, and we're going to rotate to the side. We're going to reverse, go the other direction. So we lead with our shoulders as we come from here. Again, maintaining a nice tall posture so we don't collapse the chest as we come through here. We're just focusing on the breath. Gentle, easy movement. Let's go just a couple more. In our last set here. Bringing this back into the middle again. Let's go ahead and let these arms come back down. Bring these around into the center. And let's just exhale down. Nice and easy. Inhale up. And we exhale and let this come back and down. We're going to go just one more time through here. Gentle breath up. And relax. We're going to take those feet just a little bit wider as we come into stance here. We're going to sink down into those legs for just a second. As we come from here, we're going to take the hands out. We're going to drive one shoulder down as we look back over the other shoulder. So we're looking behind us. We're going to come back up to center. We're going to rotate and look back over that other shoulder. And coming back to center. Coming down from here. Now this time as I do this, I'm going to come all the way around, looking back over the top. And I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to look back over the shoulder. Then I'm going to start sinking back and I'm going to come back through, looking back behind. Back over the other shoulder. Piece of our bear, right? You can make that as big or as small as you want that to be. We're going to go one more time from here. Back into center. We're going to bring those hands to the floor if we can. We're going to go ahead and let those hips come back. We're going to walk ourselves forward just a little bit from here. So the hands are on the floor. We're going to start with just a rock forward and a rock back. Now, if you're not comfortable with those on the floor, you can always take it on top of like a couch, tabletop, the wall. And for right now, we're just going to rock back and forth. So we're going to look back between the feet. We're going to come up and we're going to look forward as we shift forward. Rocking back from here. And rocking forward as we look up. Just a couple. Big inhale as we look up. Easy exhale as we come back. And one more time. Coming back from here. Now we're going to walk those hands back. We're going to bend those knees down from here, and we're going to go ahead and just shift side to side. Now, again, if you're not quite there, right? So this can be just fine. Bigger up here is fine too, right? Just finding what fits for you for today. And again, just a gentle rock, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to come back up. Coming out of here, we're going to turn one foot off to the side, actually kind of both of them out just a little bit as we come into here. We're going to take the hands as we sink from here. We're going to drive one hand forward, and we're going to drive those first two knuckles into the center as we draw that other elbow back. From here, we're just simply going to switch. We're going to punch that out. We pull the other arm back as we come forward and back. So again, these are small but strong, right? So here we do have a little bit of tension. So we exhale as we draw that punch out. Inhale as we draw back, punching again from here. We're going to go just two more. Pull. Push right there. And our last one right here. Then we're going to come back into center from here. And we're going to reach the hand out. We're going to pull back. We're going to sit back into that, pulling back as far as we can. Let this hand come all the way around. We're going to sink back, and we're going to pull back from here. Again, bringing this arm back around, and we switch. Pulling that bowl back, coming into the middle from here, and pull back again. Bringing this back. Let's go ahead and come back into center, push both hands into the balloon, and relax down from here. Now we're going to move into a piece from yoga. So we're going to move into just a triangle. We're going to turn the foot out to the side. Now this might also be something that you might want to practice up against a wall. Gives us some nice balance work here. So you want to adjust exactly how far apart your feet are. And a lot of this is about flexibility. So instead of collapsing down over the side here, struggling to try to get to the ground, try and keep the long length from the top of the head down through the tailbone, and actually just take that as far as you're comfortable with, where you can keep that nice line versus trying to really struggle and collapse. We want to stay fully lifted so that we can breathe. So we're going to take a nice, the foot is going to be turned out to the side, and the back blade of the foot here is just going to be kind of centered with that, so they're lined up nice and easy. Gentle breath from here. Let's bring those arms in, relax those shoulders down. We're going to pull this shoulder to that direction, this hip to the left, it's my left, and this arm to the right. So we're going to shift those hips and really stretch and reach out from there. Then we're going to stack the shoulders, one on top of the other. So again, this may be where you are comfortable at. You may not be quite this low. You may be a little bit higher, or you can come all the way down to the ground. Most of this is about flexibility. What we really want to do is we want to keep that rib cage open so we can breathe. Let's inhale and go ahead and bring this back up again. Exhale and relax that down. We're going to do that again. Gentle, easy breath from here. Relax those shoulders down. Shift those hips back and reach wherever you want to go. Some nice big breaths through here. You also can look up. You can look towards the side, or you can look down, wherever you're comfortable with that. And let's inhale and go ahead and bring that breath back up from here. And let that down. Now we're going to walk that foot forward just a little bit, and we're just going to bend that knee. So we come back out into a warrior two. So ideally, we'd like to have that knee right over the ankle. Let me go a little bit further, but we want to keep the foot firmly on the floor. So just sinking into those legs. We're going to come from here, and we're going to hold. Now from here, we're going to take this arm back. Nice big inhale as we come up and around. Exhale as we bring that down through. Each time we come, we're again going to sink a little deeper into the legs if we can. Come through here. Nice big breath out. We're going to go one more time this direction. We're going to hold right here. Look out over those fingertips for a second. Sink down into those legs. And then we're going to reverse our direction with the arms. Exhaling as we come back through. Nice big breath, inhale as we come up. And again, you can follow that with your eyes if you choose, or you can keep your gaze nice and steady on the side. Let's go just 2 more here. And our last one. Now holding from here, we're going to come out into center and exhale down again. So from here, we're going to take that fold forward again as long as you're okay with it. If you're not comfortable to come to the ground, you can just use your hands onto your thighs. And again, long length through the top of the head, out through the tailbone is what we're thinking. You also can put your hands on a couch, chair, whatever you've got handy for you there. But if you can, we're also going to go ahead and just let your body relax down over that. Relax your face, your neck, and your shoulders. And from here, we can actually cross those arms over, or we can just shift side to side. So you can walk the hands if you like. You can keep them on the floor, and you're just going to draw your shoulders. And you can still keep the hands onto the thighs and a slight bend in the knees if we need. Then we're going to come back into the center from here. We're going to use the back of the legs to pull. So keeping a long torso, we're going to squeeze ourselves back up into center from here. We're going to turn this toe off to the side from here. So we're going to move into that triangle. Gentle breath up from here as we exhale, let the shoulders come down, pull the hips back as we drive forward. Coming back here, wherever you are comfortable. Get nice long breaths through here. Let's go ahead and draw that back up. Let's come for a gentle reverse here. And let that down. Easy breath. So as we set that over, coming back up from here. Stacking the shoulders. And gently, let's bring that back up. Coming back to that reverse. And relax. Now from here, we may again have to adjust that foot. I always have to slide forward just a bit so we can come into that warrior. Again, we want to keep that foot firmly on the ground. Let's take just a couple of them from here. Big breath in. So we're sinking down into the legs. We're lifting up out of the chest and the torso. Relax the shoulders, right? Let's go ahead and hold this one. We're going to take this back arm and we're going to take a nice big inhale. We're going to circle that all the way up and through. Again, you can follow that with your eyes, or you can keep a nice steady gaze to the front. You also can obviously hang on to something if we need to. Some days are definitely better than others in the balance department. Now we're going to hold this one out. We're just going to sink a little bit into those legs. Looking out over those fingertips. And then let's exhale. This time we're going to reverse that direction. So we're going to take this back underneath. Up and over. And again from here. Actually, I think I blew that. Let's go the other way. Bring this over the top from here. If you know I'm doing it wrong, just do it. Let's go just a couple more from here. And from here, we're going to go ahead and open out into the center. Bringing this down. Coming back, turn those toes back in, and a gentle breath coming up from here. Let's move into the sun god. So just sinking down from there, we're going to open the heart, squeeze those shoulders together. The tailbone is back. Round out from here, we're just going to give ourselves a great big hug. So we scoop that and hollow out through the tummy. We're going to open back up from here, draw the tailbone back, lift the heart. Let's go one more time from here. Squeeze it all under. And then a big breath up from here. Let's let this come down and reach up. We're going to go ahead and bring our feet back together. So into a nice, strong athletic stance here. So they don't necessarily need to be really close together, but where you feel that you've got good, really solid balance from here. We're going to roll these shoulders back. Big long position here. Let's take them forward. And again, a big exaggerated move as we come from here. Let's go just 2 more. And then let's go 1 forward and 1 back. Let's reverse that direction from here. Coming the other way. Both shoulders back. And let's draw the chin to the chest. Let's roll nice, easy circles around. And let's reverse the directions. Coming the other way again. Just 2 more here. And let's draw that breath up here. Let those hands float back down. Now from here, we're just going to start with the hands shifting to one side and the other, side to side. And again, you can adjust those feet as we need. We're keeping everything nice and smooth to begin with. I'm going to circle this around, just like the sun and the moon coming up, over the horizon. Completing that circle, coming back and down. Easy breath in. And of course, the hands don't have to be that high. We're going to come back into center here. Now let's just shift the other direction. We're going to switch sides, coming back the other way. Got to even everything out. And let's go just one more time from here. And back into the center. We're going to let those hands come out to the side. We're going to gather up all of the energy from here. We're going to exhale, just release. Draw this breath in. This time we're going to go ahead and we're going to push this forward and away from us. Let's circle those hands through, draw back in towards the chest. Big breath in, let's exhale, press that down. And out to the side. Let's gather that back up, gentle breath in. Let's push this forward. Circle the hands back, draw them in. Gentle breath in, exhale, let's press that down. We're done for today. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you can catch us with a regular class. We do have the classes virtually at this time. At some point, we will also have them in person and virtually. But in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Tammy, and this is Balance and Flow. Thank you. Bye-bye.